Welcome to beautiful Daytona Beach, Florida. We are set for the worldwide of sports, motorsports, I guess you could say, the home of NASCAR. This is Daytona Beach. We are ready to go racing here for the Redlight Racing Series. Get ready to go 65 laps here on this very, very fast track, and you can already see drivers out on track right now practicing. Look at the weather real fast. It is 73-degree air temp, so very nice temperatures for a day at Daytona. 99-degree track temp, 7-mile-an-hour winds out of the east. We'll call it 8-mile-an-hour winds out of the east. With everything else pretty much common sense. There we go. Track length, 2.48 miles an hour. We coming in here tonight for the final race of round number 1. And there has already been one driver locked in, that is Tim Blum. Won at Homestead last week, actually started on the pole and picked up the win. Tonight, different story. Daytona, anybody's race. Maybe a guy that ain't in the chase. Coming into tonight, it is Kyle Souza, Joshua Buckley right now on the cut line. Buckley right now 1 point behind Richard Murdoch. And Murdoch not too shabby here at these super speedways. William Long right in front of him by about 4 points, 3 points in front of Murdoch. So it's going to be a really tight battle to see who gets in here tonight. Lap sled and everything can play a big factor, so we'll just have to wait and see on the outcome. But yeah, so far, guys, it's been a great season for these guys, and to be honest, I wouldn't expect less. These guys are class acts all the way around, whether you look at the amount of cautions they have or just their personalities in general. You don't ever see guys get too mad and taking it out on each other on track. So very good league to join. For everybody out there wondering, you can check them out at redlightleague.com. You can see all the stats and everything there as well. It's where I get my stats from. So we'll see how it all plays out coming into tonight. Got about 2 minutes or so left here in practice. And, well, Tim Blum, you see him out on track right now working with the number 10 car. I'm sorry, that might be the 11 car. Who is that he's working with? That's a 7 car. I apologize for leaderboard age. I do got a pick, though, however. And if he's on track, I will show you. There you go. Brandon Minto in the 920 car. I'm going to pick him to win the nice race because, let's just be honest, that is the greatest paint scheme ever to be put on iRacing. Go Eagles. So that is my pick tonight to win this race. It is going to be a fun race, however. But you can't count out James Haney, Keith Haney, Daniel Haney right now. 1, 2, 3. The Haney brothers and boys and all that good stuff right now in the top 3. Especially Keith. Keith's very good at these restrictor plate races. Won last season back at Daytona. Don't be surprised if we see him up front. Right now, though, that 55 of James Haney right there, and then Daniel right behind him in 3rd. So they can tell that they're going to be working together in this race. I don't think that's any type of surprise to anybody at all. So Brian Phillips having a good practice so far. He's up 39 or up to 4th. But anyway, coming in tonight, pit stops. We're expecting pit stops to range between 18 to 22 laps, give or take. These guys run 50% on fuel. They do have one fast repair as well, so that's something else to keep an eye on as this race goes on. One of the biggest issues they're going to be facing will be pit road, because with this race being, with this league being so clean of drivers, I mean, we got 23 drivers, I think. But with this race being honestly so clean, this league being so clean, don't be surprised if we have a long green flag run and have to pit under green and get this race spaced out a little bit. I would not be surprised whatsoever. If you go back and look at their previous races this season, we can even go back just to last week. When they ran at Homestead. Homestead, of course, a different track. But if you go back and look at Homestead, zero cautions for no laps. And then you can even go back a little bit further than that. You can go back to Indianapolis once again. Very few cautions because we had 0. Then if you want to go back even further, you can go all the way back to, we'll skip Mid-Ohio, go back to Charlotte. That is the last time we've actually had a caution, and that was only 1 lap. One caution for 4 laps. So don't be surprised if we see something similar here tonight. I mean, these guys, hands down, one of the best leagues that we broadcast as far as cautions go on these bigger super speedways. Of course, we have them in the short tracks and stuff like that. So looking forward to this as the qualifying session underway. And the Haneys are not out yet, so let's hop over and check out. I know there's some guys out there that's qualified. This is single car qualifying, I do believe. They do not do open qualifying here because guys working together and stuff like that. So right now, we're watching driver order number 33. That's Eric Johnson. Keep your eye on Eric. He's another very talented driver out of, what? Ooh, sorry about that. What? Which one is he? Club West, I believe. What that says, I couldn't tell. There you go. Look at his car. Very nice car. So, see him ride the high line, and what he's going to do, he'll ride that probably for this out lap, and he'll probably run it again for the first lap before he drops down to the bottom line. Actually, he's going to drop down to the bottom right now. We'll see if he actually holds that bottom. He may hold it the entire way around. Some guys like to run that high line on their first lap as well. He's not going to be one of them. He's going to run the bottom line on his first lap. So, check in who else is out there. Max Terriot. Right now, your points, or I'm sorry, not your points, he's actually second in points. Your regular season champion. I don't know, Max, this right here could be a very good test for Max coming in. And I do apologize, Max right now is first in the points. So, I don't know. He's got a big test coming into this race just because you never know what happens. But I'm going to be honest, no matter what, he's good to go. Even if he wrecks out, I think he's good to go. He's 19 points ahead at the moment of second place of Tim, who already has one, is locked in as well to the next round. Just looking through the standings, Kyle Souza needs a good run as well. Looking at that, he's out on track in the 30 car. He's running the high line. He is 1 point behind Joshua Buckley, and he needs to actually pass Joshua and then even pass Richard. So he's about 4 points total. 5 points total, I'm sorry, behind Richard Murdoch. We'll see how that works out. If anybody wondering, Eric Johnson right now on the pole. There's the 18 of James Heater running a different paint scheme than normally. Running a Jeff Gordon paint scheme. That's weird. Don't see that very often from him. You can tell that these guys running the Xfinity car. This is a Strebler series. And what that means, they run a different car every week. This week it is the Xfinity car. Next week they will switch cars and I believe go to the Cup car. No, they actually stay in the B car at Richmond. Then they go to the Cup car February 12th. They're back in the truck on February 26th. So they got a couple more races in every car before the season ends. Brandon Minto in 6th place. James Heater did qualify up to 2nd place. Here comes Max Terriot, who right now is up on that tough spot. In the number 42. So our points leader showing that he can put down a good lap here on the super speedway. It's pretty simple, you know, just don't touch the brake, hold it wide open on qualifying. And he's going to be bringing that car to pits. See what Kyle Souza can do. Let's hop on board with him. As this is his 2nd lap, he is currently 14th at the moment. He did run the high line on his 1st lap, so lap should improve by quite a bit. I don't know. I don't know if it'll be enough to jump up or not. And 14th, he will jump up, I do believe, to 11th, yes. DJ Anderson in the 51. Very good driver, got to keep an eye on him as well. DJ right now, not where he wants to be in points. Well, kinda. He's in 8th right now. So he still needs a solid run. We'll see how that works out. Last week, by the way, Joshua Buckley actually got kicked out of the top 10. Lost 2 spots last week. Back to 11th, so he needs a really good run tonight. DJ puts down a lap, and he actually will be green flag now, so it's actually his first lap. And you can see what I meant by running the high line. I should fix this, guys. I apologize. He's going to run that high line all the way around the first lap. Fixing the camera a little bit. There you are. And across the start finish line. The first lap. Do a dive to the bottom. Right now it's going to put him 15th, but he should improve possibly a little bit anyway on the second lap. You can hear wide open on the gas, not taking a foot off. Don't even really want to touch the brake on qualifying, even rolling out a pit road. Do not want to get any type of heat in the brakes or anything like that. Don't want to drag a brake or anything. You just want to pull straight out, get up to speed as quick as you can, and then start putting your laps down. Andy Lee out on track as well right now. Still a couple of drivers that have not qualified. They may not actually qualify. It's going to be close. 48, 49. I don't think he's going to get it. He did improve quite a bit though. Jumps up to 4th. Really good lap for DJ Anderson. This is Andy Lee, as he will have time to start his green flag lap. I don't know if he's going to be able to do both laps. Should be able to do both laps. It's his first lap here. Racers for cross on the side. 2 minutes left to qualify. Once he hits start finish line, you'll have time. As long as you hit start finish line before the 00, you can, or for the 000, you'll have time to finish your lap. I do believe anyway. Actually, this may be closed qualifying, so yeah, so he will not. So everybody that's qualified needs to go now, or they will not be able to qualify a good time, probably. We'll see what Andy Lee does on his first lap. He jumps up to 16th. His second lap should be way better than that, I would expect. To be honest, I'm actually surprised the pole. I know that kind of looks close to 0.019 between Terriot and Peter. Kind of surprised that ain't a little bit closer. I mean, the times are kind of spaced out right now for Daytona, which is kind of surprising. I will say this, the strategy for this race is going to be very interesting because we don't know what some of these guys are going to do. We may have some guys branch off and fall away. Maybe have about 5 or 6 cars drop back, just taking their time. I mean, somebody that may think they're safe, you know, they don't want to be in the middle of it for the chase. So, may have some of these guys that not in the chase just go full out and see if they can stay up front. Andy Lee will qualify in the 10th spot with a 50.105 for him. Anybody else out there on track? Does not look like it. Tim Blum. He qualifies in the 8th spot. James Skelton not going to be able to get his lap in, so we are about ready to go. We got about 40 seconds or so left. Once again, make sure you all check out the sponsors. Regal Entertainment Group. Make sure you check them out. That is the Polo Award sponsor. And it looks like that Max Terriot are going to be able to get that here tonight. So as we get ready to go, making sure nobody else was out on track. A couple cars out there just warming up and playing around, but alright, so it does look like Max Terriot going to be able to keep the pole and pick up what I believe is actually his 3rd pole of the season. It is his. I do not know, actually. I thought it showed it, but apparently it don't. Alright. So the car is starting to grid. And we'll take a look here at your. What about that? At your grid as they get ready to roll off. Max Terriot, James Heater in row number 1. Row number 2, we got Jack Walls, DJ Anderson. Row number 3, we got Jason Wells, William Long. Wait, that is not right. Hold on. What is going on here? Oh, that is right. Row number 5, we got, I'm sorry, row number 10, we got Tim Blum. Or row number 4, we got Tim Blum and Brandon Minto. Row number 5, we got Andy Lee and Eric Johnson. Row number 6, we got Richard Murdoch and Bruce Potter in the 11th spot in the number 59. Right behind them, we got the 30 of Kyle Souza and Brian Phillips in the 39. Chevrolet, Toyota of Leo Bourdage and Kevin O'Brien in the 94. Row number 9, we got Sean Butler and James Skelton in the 86. Row number 10, we got Keith Haney, or Joshua Buckley and Keith Haney. Row number 11, Daniel Haney and James Haney starting back there. And row number 12, we got Devin Sanders. So as I drive back up to the cars, as weird as that looks, these guys are going to be rolling off here in just a moment. We'll be getting ready to go green. Only bad thing about this track is how long the caution laps are. And as you see, the cars going by now. There's the 2 of Joshua Buckley as he got guys driving right into the camera. And it looks like Terriot going to take the high side over the 18 of James Heater for this start of the race. Very interesting call. Could be some talk going on between the 18 and 42. Maybe some talk between the 51 and the 42. Don't really know. Look at Max Terriot's car. As we get ready to go racing here at Daytona. Pace car is about to drop off. 65 laps around this 2.5 mile track. Wide open, full speed. Round number 1, race number 2, elimination race. As the pace car drops down pit road, the green flag is out and we are off racing from Daytona. 65 laps. Max Terriot, James Heater on the front row. As the grid shuffles, it will shuffle quite a bit during this race. I already see some cars falling back a little bit, expecting that to happen. Whoa, we already got a wreck happening. The 25 car. There was some contact, and we have heard about this tonight. He does save it, as you see that happen. He does save it. I think he lost it again. See what happened. Andy Lee. See what happened here. That's the R101 of Richard Murdoch. I heard bumping into corners. Not very friendly, and there you go. Yeah, you are not allowed to bump into corners, it appears. And, we heard that multiple times. Well, he actually gets a little airborne there because back up on track, spins around. Everybody else does a great job of avoiding him. Going to be some fast repairs used early in this race. But yeah, we heard that during the practice. I was talking to some of the guys that they sit there and said that you cannot bump in these corners. That if you do, the car just feels like it just wants to lift up off the back end. And we kind of seen it there, and that happened very fast. We already got a breakaway up front. This right here is about 10-car breakaway. See Bruce Potter holding on to the back end. Go a little bit further back with Richard Murdoch, the 30 of Kyle Souza, Leo Bourdage, the 86 James Skelton, Sean Butler there as well. As they work through turn 4 and the tri-oval, that lap has been led by James Heater. He's actually led both laps so far that we have been green. Bad thing with Andy Lee is that he has no help and that much damage. He is going to be slow. I got my track map up. These guys are in the middle of the backstretch. Andy Lee just now at the start-finish line. Something to be thinking about if you're these guys. Remember, they got to pit here within the next 15 to 17 laps. We'll see them on pit road. These guys do run 50% of fuel. Brandon Minto in 8th right now. My pick for tonight. Philadelphia Eagles charging towards the front. Right now, nowhere to go. He's just riding behind the 64 of Jason Wells. So he was perfectly comfortable where he's at. No need to push anything at the moment. We'll say that current lap, Max Terry actually led that last lap. He had pushed by the 51. That's the 83 of Jack Walls on the bottom pushing that 18 car. There's actually more cars. Actually, it's about even, but the bottom row looks a little bit better tucked up. If that top row, that 11 can squeeze up behind the 51, I think that top row or top line may be the line to actually be in. And it is trying to form up a little bit better. That 59 trying to squeeze up behind Brandon as well. And I think he did get it. So that bottom row now a little bit formed up a little bit better than the high side. See Jason Wells there in the 64. That greenish and black car, Alienware on the front. Not really a surprise to see Jason up finish in front as well. These guys right now nose to tail all the way through. Lined up. Let's jump back a little bit further. These cars back here are really grouped up. They should actually be on the catch. Actually, you know what? They're kind of running a little bit slower times than the top 10, which is kind of surprising. It's being led by Kyle Souza. About a second off. Well, a little under a second off. Then you go even further back. Joshua Buckley, remember we talked about him needing to have a good night. Well, there you go. He got some of that damage with Andy that spun, so he's going to need a caution here soon, and that's something that does not happen a lot with these guys. So we'll see how that works out. I'm going to be honest, he's not very far, as these guys already come up on Andy now. Right here in front of them, going into turn 3. We'll see how this plays out. This could become a trouble for Andy Lee. We'll find out. You see him right there going to go high. Try to let these guys go underneath him. They do. So we're going to be 3 wide here for just a second, where things can get a little bit dicey if you're not careful, but works out very smooth. It does actually stack up or space out these few cars as the bottom line now pushing a little bit better. As Brandon Minto able to clear the 42 for now, going into turn 1. You also see that 33 of Eric Johnson. Keep trying that 33. I mentioned him earlier. Very good driver, especially on these plate tracks. You just never know where he could come from. On board with Jack Walls in the 83 up to second place right now. Right behind him you see that yellow looking car. Already got some dirt on the hood of the 64 of Jason Wells. Jason coming in here inside the top 10 of points right now. It's sitting in 7th. You know, I don't know what it is about this league, why they're so clean. We could talk about it for a while, honestly. I could go on and on about it, but if I had to break it down on why these guys are so clean, it's because they're so used to each other. They've raced with each other so much that they have an idea. Yeah, you have cautions. It happens. That's part of racing. But for them to go however many weeks it's been really without many cautions, it's insane. I think we had like 1 caution in the last 4 weeks. And we almost had one at the beginning, but I don't know, man. These guys are just so incredibly clean with each other and respectful. I think that's the main word I'm looking for, is how much respect that these guys give each other when they're driving, and they don't want to, you know, push somebody at the wrong time or not like that. They want to try to help each other out as best as they can, and I feel like that really does carry over, or part of their personality and stuff as well. So I think it helps the league out that they've raced together and they're just really respectful, and it's very awesome to see that in a lot of leagues. I know a lot of leagues don't have that, but you got to be respectful of people. I mean, you see right here, Kyle Souza is actually leading this group. This is for the 11th. Nobody's trying anything. They're slower right now than what's in front, but that's out of their control. They can't do nothing. Nobody's trying too much. I mean, you see a couple cars looking out to the outside, but that's completely normal. I mean, that's Daytona. With 3 wide is, now I say that. Somebody got in the wall there. I'm not sure. I think it was Daniel Haney. And now we're getting a little mixed up back here. I think these guys may be tired of riding behind the 30. We'll see. As the 01 of Richard Murdoch. Very fast on these super speedways. Last season led quite a few laps here at the plate tracks. Some of these guys are saying get out of line as well to keep their car cool, but they've been riding behind so many people and overheating a little bit. I mean, look how close. Now, this may wind up in a wreck, but just saying right now, not many drivers can actually do that. So very cool to see. Back up here, we're already starting to form back up on the outside line. So, I mean, you see that they want to race. They're not just logging laps. They want to race each other, but they do it clean. And I think that's the most important thing. Got Daniel Haney in the 81. So I think that was the one that got in the wall. Somebody else just hit into the wall too. I don't know who that was. Oh, it's a 94 of Kevin O'Brien. Wow. Check Daniels, see if he got any damage. He did scrape the wall. I thought maybe he didn't. Guess he did not. So that's your second group. I keep mentioning up front, you got another group that is there. We should be starting to see some pit stops happen within the next 3 laps. Guys are trying to get to the bottom and stuff. And here's where a lot of people don't like restrictor plate racing. And I'm one of them guys. I'm not the hugest fan of restrictor plate racing, but I do like watching when it's this close. And especially towards the finish. Towards the finish is just fun to watch. Once them pit road stops happen, if we have like little groups, it's going to space out, and that's where things could get a little weird. And we'll see, though. I mean, it may be a little bit different this time. I don't know how these builds are going to hold up. This is the first time I've seen a restrictor plate race this season in this build through our racing, so we'll have to wait and see. But then you never know if we get a caution or something like that. You just never really know. Back here to the second group, being led by the 994, David Sanders. In the Bass Pro Shops, Ford being pushed by another Ford. Actually, there's 3 Fords on that bottom row. There's the 87 of Keith Haney, I believe. That's Keith? Yes, it is. And the 30 of Kyle Souza. Back up towards the front. Pit stop's going to be happening here in just one moment. I wonder how many lead changes we're going to have. We've had 4 so far. I'm going to say we're going to have 12. That still seems a little low. Now, we're going to definitely have more than 12. We're going to have, I'm going to say 17. I forgot about pit stops. So Max Terriot retakes the lead last time by. Let's see if he can lead this lap. So far he's got 4 laps led in the 42, and he's thinking about going down to the bottom. And now he's got to pull back up in front of the 51 of DJ Anderson. May try to get DJ some air to his car. Nose of that car. Oh, DJ gets a little loose. And it does look like James Heater does take back the lead that time. So now we're in the field window. Trying to think. If I'm DM, I'm going to try to make this last till 22, so I can do this on 2 stops for sure. I think if you put at 18, I still think that's a 3-stop race. Trying to add it up. I'm pretty sure it is. Who's that other car I think I catch? Oh, never mind. Oh, this is a big group back here. Look at this one. The group's gotten bigger. Joshua Buckley's held on now to the back end. As you see, Andy Lee going another lap down. Unfortunately for Andy, not to the start. He wanted to get bumped from behind in the corner of the center of turn 1. Or 1 and 2, and unfortunately in these cars you just can't bump like you used to be able to. That's why you see guys kind of not tucked up usually. Do see that 51 pushing the 42 pretty hard in the corner, but not making contact. Front stretch you're okay, I think. Back stretch you're okay. Thought I heard a car spin out. Maybe not. We got a car coming to pit road? Yes, we do, and I think he may have just got caught speeding. And the worst part about it, I think he was by himself, I do believe. James Hank, yep. 55 goes around on pit road. Way too fast entering into the wall, and unfortunately for him, he's going to be taking a fast repair and probably some time on pit road. I think if you could at least go to 21, I think you're going to be okay. The 51 thought about going 3 wide, changed his mind, backs up behind Terriot once again. So I'm guessing we're going to see pit stops start to happen this lap. At the latest next lap. Waiting to see. You see the cars getting to the bottom. And here we go. That's Jason Wells, Max Terriot, the 18. And gotta be careful and slow it down. Brandon Minto, the 11. Great stop there by all them guys. And these guys are going to be spaced out a little bit now. Let's see if the second group can do it. Being led in by Keith Haney. You also see some other cars there as well. A whole bunch of cars. Joshua Buckley coming in. Oh, 39 almost shot into the wall. See, here's where things get a little crazy on pit road. Guys missing their pit boxes. They're over to the left. People slowing down way too much. That'll clean itself up, I believe, as this race goes on. But contact between the 51 and 83. Wow. As we're coming to pit road with these guys, that was a little sketchy between Jack Walls and DJ Anderson. Let's see what happened. There was contact, I believe. 33 pulled out. Wow, what a run that 83 got. Good Lord. I don't know if they actually made contact or not. But right now, all this should cycle back over. William Long. He has. But I don't know where all this is going to cycle through, guys. I'm just going to be honest. Well, the 83 gets loose off pit road. I don't think he spun it. So one thing you don't have to do here on the first pit stop, everybody looks like they're taking tires, which I'm kind of surprised because really you don't have to take tires, you can take two, which looks like that's what the 83 did. The 11 did the same. This actually could work out for William Long, I believe. As long as he don't get too far ahead, I think he's okay. Yeah, I think he's going to be okay. So you can see what I mean by spacing out. Guys not having a ton of help right now. Some cars still pitting out, so yeah, that's the way it works. We'll be right back right after this. Daytona Beach, your leader right now out front. As they get ready to come across the start finish line will be Jack Walls and William Blum. Will be back in second place. Followed by Tim Blum, Eric Johnson, Max Terriot. Be right back right after this. Welcome back to Daytona Motor Speedway, or International Speedway. Watching the Redlight Racing Series here. We're 27 laps in. Just had our first pit stop about 5 laps ago. You can see starting to slowly close back in. This is a group of about, we'll just talk 5 cars before Jason Wells and Brandon Minto tries to close in. Don't really know if they're going to be able to close in or not. We'll just have to wait and see. Then you got another group of 6 being led by James here. And then you see that 25 on the outside. He is actually 1 lap down, or 2 laps down. And Andy Lee. Whoa, something happened there. What happened? They get to work back out. So at the moment, it is Joshua Buckley being eliminated at the moment. Don't know about Kyle Souza as of yet. At the moment, we know Joshua Buckley is eliminated at the moment. It could change. I believe the other one will still be Kyle Souza. He's on 1 spot ahead of Richard Murdoch. So I believe right at the moment it is Kyle Souza and Joshua Buckley. Joshua Buckley 1 lap down because of what happened earlier. So he's going to need, he does got draft, which is good, but he's going to need a caution. And you guys are going to have to get off strategy a little bit, I believe. So we're single file up front now for about, 7 cars? With the best car in the field, or right in 7th right now. Don't worry, he'll be up there. I picked you to win. He's an Eagles fan. You know he's going to have a chance. On board with Eric Johnson. 33 as he looks to the high side. Coming out of turn 4. Now he is side drafting the 11 of William Long. And if you don't know what side drafting is, I'm going to explain. Basically, you see what he's doing. He's up there by himself. He pulls down on the right side door going into the corner. You see how he's not actually getting super close. But really you want to be a little bit closer. You want to take the air off the back spoiler, and what that does, or take the air off the front of your car. And what that does is puts air on his spoiler, which creates drag, which slows him down. It allows you to slingshot by him on the high side. And, but you want to make sure you do it at the right time. You then, once you come out of the turn, you want to do this in the turn. And you want to pull up real fast coming out of the turn. It'll slingshot you right around. You kind of see right there. He's side drafted right there. Could get a little bit closer. He's kind of gapped out a little bit, but there you go. There's side drafting. See how he goes back wide. That's side drafting at its finest. Not bad. I think I'm pretty decent at side drafting. Not bragging, but I feel like I'm pretty good at it. That's the only kind of drafting I'm good at, the restricted plate. Pretty bad on restricted plates, but I like side drafting. It's fun. If you trust the person beside you. And these guys in here are clean enough to do that. And you can see what that does do, though. It's allowed the 33 to already catch up for the top spot. He's looking on the outside right now. Tim Blum bringing the 42 and Max Terriot with him as well. Anybody wondering, next week, this league heads to the short track of Richmond Motor Speedway. Looking forward to that. 175 laps on the short track. And from there, go to Auto Club Speedway. 65 laps at Auto Club. Another fun little racetrack. And that will be round 2. And that is in the Xfinity car, which we're driving now, and the Cup car at Auto Club. Anybody else want to know our schedule this week? We broadcast Wednesday. We do not broadcast tomorrow. Wednesday we broadcast. We do not broadcast Thursday, Friday. We do broadcast Saturday night, and that is it. We do not broadcast on Sunday because of the Super Bowl. Man, these guys are amazing to watch here. I'm just sitting here in awe by, you know, if you go to an official race, and I'm not saying anything about either league because I don't know how all the other leagues do at Daytona, but if you go to an official race, everybody knows it's watching this. Usually within the first 5 laps, first 3 laps, you have cautions. It's just official. But watching these guys right now, we're 33 laps in. And we've had one little small incident. Yeah, it took out, I ain't going to say it took them out, but it hurt a couple of drivers. Joshua Buckley and, sorry about that. Joshua Buckley and Andy Lee, it kind of hurt a little bit. But hopefully they'll be able to get back on the lap. But that's it. And that, to me, is impressive. We'll say right now we are only about 8 to 9 laps away from pit road again. And that next pit stop should be enough to get us to the end. As you see Brandon Minto in that bottom Philadelphia Eagles car right now running in 6th. He's actually losing a little bit of that top bottom 2 drafts. You got 4 guys working on the outside. That is Eric Johnson in the 33. Working the outside line. And 4 cars on top should actually prevail down the straightaway. If the 11 could get tucked up a little bit more, it would definitely spike them up quite a bit. They should be able to actually clear the 10. And looks like almost making contact with the 83 and the 10 car. Jack Wall's backed off a little bit there, so smart by him. I think everybody in here has kind of learned that you really can't bump into corners after that, what happened on that first lap. See that starting to space out a little bit now as cars start to get in position now, I think, to hit pit road. Yeah, you see them getting back in line. The reason why they're doing that, we shouldn't see anybody pull out of line. These guys are going to be hitting pit road here probably within the next 4 to 5 laps, maybe even 3 laps. So do not be surprised if they stay like this for a little while now. We may have one car or so jump out. So we'll jump back to the second pack. And you can see Kyle Souza, the 25's up there. He is 1 lap or 2 laps down. The 51. DJ Anderson in the 8th. Richard Murdoch in the 01. You got the 18 there as well as James Heater, the 59 of Bruce Potter. Bruce having a decent run. I expect him to pick up a few more spots possibly before this is done. What's going to be interesting is these guys back there in that second group, they're so far back, they're going to have to think about possibly not taking no tires this next stop, because if we stay green, these guys right here are just going to continue, especially if they all pit together. They're just going to continue to pull away, and it's going to come down to a, an 8-car showdown, I think. 7-car showdown? Yeah, 7 cars. So, something to be thinking about. That's why they're all just getting in line now. They're just going to ride there, probably talking about it. And they'll stay single file until pit stops, which still about 3 to 4 laps away, I would guess. If they can actually make it till that 45, they're good. For sure. 45 would definitely be good, I think. Yeah, 45 would, but I still, it's kind of pushing it. 44, I think, would be good. I know these guys had a race last night. Joshua Buckley, the practice race, Joshua Buckley picked up the win, ran out of gas coming to the line. So yeah, you see the single file pit stop should be happening here within the next 2 laps. We may have some come this time. We are not. Let's go back a little bit further. 51 DJ Anderson, still side by side. I mean, we're so spaced out, guys. I mean, this is, you know, we got. I'm sitting here looking. There's actually 4 groups. Here's one group. Here's another group of 3 cars. That's the 86, 87, 88. That's weird. Then there's another group of cars back here. Joshua Buckley, that's 2, the 39, the 7, the 81. Another group of cars back here, which is your leaders. And then you got this second group right here. A very interesting group, and all of them spaced into about, I don't know, 5, 6 cars, 7 cars, maybe the most. So there's basically 3 different races going on right now. And I'm sitting here looking at the track map, seeing where the leaders are, seeing where the second group is. There's no way these guys are going to have to take no tires. That's the only way. There's no other excuse. You're going to have to take tires. You see Tim Blum dropping off, or Andy Lee, I'm sorry, dropping off. He's probably going to be coming to pits. Not having a night he was wanting. So I don't know, man. I don't really know what you would do. I mean, I don't know how you would make up that much time. I mean, they are 19 seconds. Even if you only take no tires, you're going to get most of your time back. But here we go. They don't want to make no mistake. Now, here's what's bad. Somebody was left out. Jack Walls was left out. Now, he did have one car, Jason Wells, stay out. That could play a factor with his top group. That's interesting. You see Tim Blum pulling out pit road. And the 920, and it looks like there was actually some missed pit stops. Yeah, the 10 missed his pit stop. The 11 missed his box. This is going to shake it all up. The 11 is still having trouble getting in line as William Long. So that second group now could be where they're at. You see Brandon Minto still sitting there as well. He's done it away. He took 4 tires. This is going to close these guys back up a little bit. There's no other way around it, I don't think. I mean, it's got to close them back up somewhat, I would guess. It's hard to see right there, but you see the 51. He's taking 4 tires. There comes your leader now, Jack Walls and Jason Wells coming down pit road. So Sean Butler, we should see him and James Skelton come down pit road. This all should cycle back over to 33, I do believe. But this is really going to space everything out. Right there, wow. Yeah, it's really spaced a lot of stuff out. So really, it could come down between these 3. The 33, the 42, and just them 2, because I think they're Brandon Minto's kind of further back. Yeah, he's way back here. But he's going to need some help as well. Alright, we'll take a quick break. And wait a minute now. Could have some help here coming soon for Brandon, because he's going to catch the back end of these guys that's coming out of pit. So it's going to shake it up. So we'll be right back right after this from Daytona Beach. See y'all in just a moment.
yellow flag is out. Pit road is now open. Keep your eye on those gauges. We'll give you 4 tyres. 3, 2, 1, now. We're done. Get going.
Welcome back to Daytona. I'm sitting here looking. This is going to be a field mileage race, I do believe. Some of these guys could be short, showing we're on 15 and a half, I guess we could say, to go. These guys have been 6 laps. Going to get interested. Top 5 right now: Eric Johnson, Max Terriot. You see them right here on your screen. Then we got to go back, all the way back, 5 seconds behind him with Jack Walls and Jason Wells. And look at that, so much dirt on that front of that car. A lot of dirt on the front of the 64. Then you gotta go back to William Long, who just picked up Brandon Minto. William Long, though, not bad. Man, there's a couple cars live down too. Devin Sanders, Kevin O'Brien, Daniel Haney, Sean Butler now, Joshua Buckley, Brian Phillips, and Andy Lee. Caution flag comes out. I think I spoke too soon. And I don't know if this is the caution. It was not. I think it was the 30 car, maybe. Oh, there we go. Caution flag comes out, bumping in the corners. There you go. 59 gets underneath 30, one of our chase contenders, and he does get damaged. So Kyle Sosa is going to have to come down pit road. That's not what he wanted, but he will be able to take a quick repair. He is still in the lead lap. So good break for some of these other guys, though, to get back on the lead lap. So now everybody should come down pit road, I would expect. You know what? Maybe not, because they can actually save. They don't necessarily have to pit. So it's going to be interesting to see if these guys actually pit or not on this stop. And will they all come down? The leaders do. Which is very interesting. If I'm Jack, yeah, I'm staying out. If I'm Jack Wallace, if I'm Jason Wells, well, a bunch of guys came down. Jim Blum stays out. Looks like James Heater going to stay out. Yeah, I don't blame them at all. They're definitely good to go to the end. I'm fairly certain. I'd be cutting their car off to make sure, but does look like we're going to have a couple waiver rounds here. Looks like Joshua Buckley going to get a waiver round, as well as the 94 Kevin O'Brien's going to get back on the lead lap. Joshua Buckley still 1 lap down, however, once he gets the waiver round. And I believe our lucky dog was Devin Sanders. I believe it was. I need to get something that pops up on the screen that shows a lucky dog or something. So if I'm going to guess, we're going to have 10 or 9 laps to go when we go back green. I want to say 9. Alright, we'll take a quick break. We'll come back and sort it all out. Welcome back to Daytona. We are set to go 10 laps. So a 10-lap shootout here in Daytona. This is going to get crazy and wild. It should be a very fun one. Out front, a guy that has yet to pick up a win all season long. That's dating back a while. I'm just saying. That's been 10 weeks since since the start of the season. He hasn't won at all. So we'll see if Jack Wallace can pick up a huge win at Daytona, or will someone like Tim Blum be able to squeeze in and still win away? Tim Blum winner last week, so you never know. I'm looking forward to this one. It should be good. Real fast, if anybody's new out there and wants to join iRacing, use promo code PR-GRC. Sign up. $5 for 3 months, super cheap, very much worth it, I promise you. I've been on here 2.5 years, or 2 years, and I get on here about every day, honestly, not with the broadcast, but I race and everything as well. So get on here, PR-GRC is all capitalized, and come on here and race. Get you a cheap wheel. I'd get a wheel. A lot of people use controllers. Some people use controllers. Most people use a wheel. Trust me, get a wheel. It makes that much of a difference. I'll be upgrading mine here very soon. You can buy a cheap wheel off eBay for like $70. Pace car pulls in. Green flag comes back out. Jack Wall's out front, being pushed by 18 of James Heater. But you got the 10 of Tim Blum and Richard Murdoch on that outside line. We'll see how this all shapes up. Will another caution come out? We had one just a few moments ago. Only one of the race. We're side by side. Remember, you do not want to bump anybody going into these corners. We've seen two people now. One caused a solid wreck. I ain't going to say a big wreck, but it caused a wreck. And the first one almost caused a huge wreck. It was close, but luckily everybody was able to dodge it. There was no caution for it. But don't want to bump in the corner. In the Xfinity car, it's a 64. It gets a little squirrely in the middle. Could be that wind playing a factor that we talked about at the start of the show. It's at 8 miles an hour. Don't think it is, but it could be. And you definitely don't want to wreck now. With this many cars around, everybody stacked back up. It could go south in a hurry. Even further south than Florida. And who is that dropping back? Is that DJ Anderson? Wow, it is. Dropping back as he gets past 3 wide. He falls back to 14th spot. Eight laps to go. Come out of turn 2. There's still anybody's race to win. Any one of these guys can jump up and get their first win of the season. Someone can jump up and get their second, third win of the season. Will it be somebody in the chase? Will it be somebody not in the chase? Jack Wall is not in the chase, but looking really strong right now, to be honest. Very impressive using that low line, being pushed by that 18 of James Heater. Still got that feeling about that 920 car sent back here in that Philadelphia Eagles car. Brandon Minto looking for his first win of the season as well. The 33 right now with the bumper, front bumper to the back of the 64, pushing quite a bit. You got to be real careful. I'm sure he knows what he's doing. 32 is a very good driver. Got to be careful though. Oh, this is going to get ugly. 3 wide. The 64 could get shuffled back. And wait, we got a caution, so never mind. And this could be a decent one, I believe. Who else was involved in this? I seen the 94 go around, but I think I seen... Oh, he actually blinked out. I apologize. Oh, Joshua Buckley got into it looks like. Buckley came down, hooked the right fender, and around they go. And unfortunately for him, and into his knot, that was a hard hit. So Joshua Buckley got a, I don't know. We're gonna have about a 2-lap shootout, I think. We're definitely going to go that green, I believe. This is going to get very interesting. You see Tim Blum on the apron, slowing down. He has to let the pace car back by. Tim trying to win back-to-back races. And you can see he did stay out. Definitely a smart move there. As unfortunately for Devin Sanders and Joshua Buckley, not so lucky. Andy Lee comes down pit road as well. It looks like our lucky dog going to be Daniel Haney as he gets back on the lap. So good job for him on picking that up. I believe we got all the Haneys up besides James. James Haney not in the top running the race at the moment. Man, I don't know who's going to win this race, guys. There's so many people that can walk out of here with the win. I mean, I'm just sitting here looking. Any of our top 10, I think, really still got a shot at winning this. I mean, it may, if we only have one lap to go, it may cycle down about the top 5. It really has a chance. But for wreck happens, you never know. I don't think the pace lights are going to go. Oh, they could go off this time. We had the lucky dog go around. We could be getting to go back green. I doubt it. We really think we're going to have 2 to go before we go back green. If we do stay under caution, lights don't go off, we will take another break, come back. That's off there on. So we'll be right back right after this Daytona to wrap this thing up as we are under our second caution of the night. Welcome back to Daytona International Speedway. We're set to go green-white checkered here in Daytona as the cars start to double back up. Out in front, it is going to be Tim Blum and Richard Murdoch going to be leading us to the green flag. Second row, we have Jack Walls, I believe. Yeah, Jack Walls and Jason Wells. Then you got the 18 of James here and Eric Johnson, your top 6. In 7th inning, we got James Scott and Brandon Minto. William Long and Keith Haney in row 5. So it's going to come down to this. Can the 01 pick up his first win of the year? Canada's 83. Canada's 64 pick up his first win of the year. Wait, I'm sorry, Jason Wells has already won. He went back up in Ohio. I apologize. So can the 01 and 83 pick up their first win of the year? Going to be very interesting. Can we see James Heater pick up a win? He hasn't won since Charlotte, back on January 1st. 33 of Eric Johnson does not have a win this season as well. Will we get a new winner? Or will Tim Blum come in here and kind of steal one, I guess? I ain't going to say steal one. But He's looking to go back-to-back. And if he does go back-to-back, that will be our first back-to-back this year, if he does. So that goes to show you this league very random. There's not one dominant driver. As we get ready to go green, see the 83 squeezing up. And pace car in, green flag out, green white checkers in the air. Green flag to the white flag. Come out next lap. And that 83 all on the back of that 01 right now, pushing him out front. Richard Murdoch trying to go to the race. This is the last thing that Joshua Buckley wants to see. He does take weight. Little squirrely in the middle of the pack. Brandon Minto gets a little loose. Right here's where you got to be careful. Contact between the 87 and the 7. It worked out. They stayed green. This is going to come down to one lap to go this time around. Remember, you do not want to push nobody in the center of the corner, or that will cause a wreck. We've seen it done a couple times. They talked about it at the start of the race. We talked about it on here. And I do expect it. I'm expecting a wreck. I'm just going to be honest. White flag in the air. That lap, it was the 10 car leading the way. Can he go back-to-back? He does clear the 01. No, he does not. I lied. Going into turn 1. Here comes that 01 and 83. The outside line's got a better push right now. Can the 18 get to the back of the 03? James Heater trying to get there. He is underneath the 33. The 01 moves up to block the 10. This is going to get ugly. 3 wide for the lead going into turn number 3. 3 wide for a second. I don't know who's going to win this. Here comes the 83. Being pushed by the 18 to 33. Being pushed or pushing on the 01. Coming to the start-finish line. The winner, Richard Murdoch, picks up his first win of the season with second place going to Jack Walls and Eric Johnson. Heck of a finish for the top spot. That was crazy. Let's get a look at our replay. What a win by that 01 car. Here's your fight to the finish. To be honest, it could have went either way for third as well. So congratulations to our winner tonight. Richard Murdoch picks up his first win of the season and advances to the next round. He had to do it the hard way. It was not given to him by any means. Only led 2 laps tonight. And he was able to lead the final lap. Big congratulations to him. Jack Walls finishes in second. I know Jack wanted that as well. Unfortunately coming up just short, but still walks out of here in second place. Almost had it there at the end. And Eric Johnson, good run for him in third, as the 01 going to celebrate at Daytona. I'm sure he's going to celebrate this one pretty good. He's going to do it right there in front of everybody coming down pit road. Wow. What a win for Richard Murdoch, man. Let's talk to him. Hey, Richard, you got me?
Yeah, I got you, man.
Man, heck of a finish. Let's be honest. That could have went either way. Talk us through the last couple laps.
Well, I knew that whoever was on the high side was going to get a run coming off 4, and I tried to block, and my spotter was telling me 3 wide, you're in the middle, so I got a little nervous. But I guess that side draft off the bottom car really helped me get to the finish in front. I heard it was by about 100th of a second.
So you had to come in here. To be honest, you was on the cut line. You was in 10th place. You had to beat Joshua Buckley, and you come in here, you did it the hard way by picking up the victory. So now it moves you on to round 2 in the chase next week at Richmond. That's got to be somewhat of a relief, I think. It takes a little bit of pressure off knowing you were able to get this win.
Yeah, it is. I knew I was close to that cut line, so I had to get at least a decent finish, and I'm usually pretty good at these tracks. You know, it's a lot of luck here, so yeah, it's nice knowing I'm going to the next round, and we'll see what happens at Richmond next week.
How do you feel about heading to Richmond? You know, you got to go there in the Xfinity car as well. I know it's hard to learn anything about these cars on this track for Richmond, but how do you feel about heading to Richmond next week, knowing that's a short track in the Xfinity car?
I have a lot of fun there. It's a fun track for sure, but there's a lot of talent in this league, so I'm just going to go out there and try not to make any mistakes and finish as close to the front as I can.
Man, great finish and congratulations. I know you wanted this one pretty bad. Is there anybody you want to give a shout out to?
Yeah, man, I appreciate it. Say thanks to my buddy Sam. He's always watching me. My buddy Diego, he decided to watch me today. My Uncle Gary's always watching me and getting on here and helping me race. So, yeah, thanks to them for watching me, and thanks for James for inviting me to this league last year sometime, and it's been fun.
They got a good show. Congratulations on the win, man. Go out there and see if you can continue this momentum next week.
Hey, appreciate it, man. Take it easy.
You too, buddy. I like Richard. Very stand-up guy. Let's talk to second place, Jack Walls. Almost had it. Jack, you got me?
Yeah, I got a copy, Andy. How you doing?
Pretty good, man. You almost was able to get this win tonight. It came very close. Put it 3 wide coming out of turn number 4. Talk us through it, man. There had been a lot of emotion almost getting this win.
Yeah, yep. I thought I had a chance there, but when the 01 pulled into the middle lane, he got to help first. And, you know, I think that's what gave him the head start on me to the finish line. So close, but no cigar.
You led 11 laps, and I know it's got to be somewhat disappointing knowing you didn't get the win, but still a second-place finish, and you started up inside the top 3 as well. What was the biggest issues, man? I mean, honestly, it looked like we was going to go caution-free for a long time, and then the caution started happening a little bit there at the end. What was the biggest issues you had? I mean, strategy played a big part in this thing as well.
Yeah, I was planning a 2 pit stop strategy and no tires, and that worked out for me, and I wasn't happy to see those cautions come out towards the end because I thought I would have the win if it wasn't for that. You know, I really didn't have any problems except earlier in the race. I was pushing the number 18, James Heater, and he was blinking on me. I didn't know if it was him or me, but at one point I ended up driving inside his car.
Wow. Yeah, man. You're always fast, and hopefully it carries over. The momentum carries over to the next week at Richmond. I know that's a tough place. So congratulations, second place. I know you wanted to win. Is there anybody you want to give shout-outs to?
Yeah, I'd like to give a shout-out to my wife, Diane, and my girlfriend, Cheryl. They both are watching, I think. So that's about it.
All right, man. Congratulations on that. And we will talk to you next week. Go out there and see if you can get the win.
Okay, thanks a lot.
Thanks, man. Next up, we'll bring in Eric Johnston. My bad. I kind of laughed at his last shout-out. Sorry about that. Oh, gosh. Hey, Eric, you got me?
Yeah, I got you, Adam.
Man, started in 9th place. Another solid finish for you tonight. And to be honest, it's coming down to the wire now. You move into round number 2. Anything you had there at the end, it looks like it could have went either way.
Yeah, I thought I was going to get that one. I love restrictor plates, and I was just trying to get by somebody without wrecking them. But it was a lot of fun.
Now, you came in here, no wins yet on the season. Sorry. But next week we head to Richmond in the B-Class car again. You're always up front, though. I mean, it's a matter of time we're going to see you get one of these things together. I know it is. How do you feel about heading to Richmond? It is a night race, 175-lap short track, but it is in this car. How do you feel about this car heading into Richmond?
Man, it's so hard to get a win in this league. These guys are really good. And but Richmond's one of my better tracks, so I hope to do a lot better than 3rd, hopefully take a win.
Yeah, I'm going to be honest, man. It feels like you, Max Terriot, Tim, James Skelton, and James Heater really have a chance at winning this championship. And I'm not throwing anybody else under the bus because you mentioned it. Everybody's good in this league. All it takes is one win to get you, possibly into the championship or the chase race, the final. So, yeah, not bad at all. You finished 3rd place tonight. Is there anybody you want to give a shout out to? I know you wanted to win, but 3rd place not too bad.
Just Redlight Racing, you for broadcasting. I know you're leaving at the end of the season, so thanks for what you did. It's great listening to you.
All right, man. Thank you for that. I appreciate that, and hopefully you'll go out there and win next week. So good luck, and we'll talk to you then.
All right, thanks.
Thanks, man. Whew, that was a good race, guys. I'm not going to lie. Congratulations to Richard Murdoch. Real fast look at the caution. Thoughts on the race? It's every week, and these guys impress. I can't even say nothing anymore. I almost had the lead changes right. We had 19. I think I said 17 But 19 lead changes, 2 cautions at Daytona. What more can you ask for? I mean, flawless as always. So congratulations to Richard Murdoch. Big win for him. And I want to thank everybody for tuning in. We'll be live again on Wednesday. Y'all have a great night. God bless as always. Have a good one.